kid you not, on the local news station that right here in the cafeteria, they had a story about sloth in critical condition. And they showed it came from a place in Central Florida called Sloth World. So if you've exhausted Disney and Universal and SeaWorld, there's always Sloth World. They have a water machine here, which definitely makes filling the bottle easier, and it made filling that 2-liter water bladder way easier. It is 20 of 7 in the morning as we approach one of those satanic intersections where it takes you about 6 minutes to cross corner to corner. Gotta cross now, so here we go. That is definitely the rooms to go, and it looks like they went. Another shopping trip inside Rome. Definitely need this and this. 2 out of 2 that I needed here. I am going to take advantage of this Lysol to hopefully prevent these shoes from getting completely skanky during the trip today. We are going to cross over here. Looks like there is a bike path over there, so going on a slightly different route this morning. Well, there it is, a little over 10 miles done this morning, and now you can see I'm getting onto the West Orange Trail, which takes me out around Lake Apopka, or Apopka. But it's definitely a lake. Had a nice chat with those guys at the stoplight. Looks almost like a tiki hut or something. You know, I'm over 100 miles into my ride. Yeah, just about 100 miles, 101. And I have not seen a single eastbound rider on the coast to coast. Finish up the last of what's in my bottle and fill up here. The West Orange Trail has these refill stations, which is really nice. There seems to be a lot more infrastructure on the West Orange Trail. Behind me is this trail path of life, so let's go take a look at this, see what it's all about. Following the instructions 100%. There's some huge butterflies on a tree over there. Check this out. Don't see that every day. Going into Winter Garden. This place is a pretty quaint little town.
It is pretty cute here. Hey guys. Oakland, Florida, and the town hall. I love this with all the Spanish moss on the trees. Old clock, town hall, Spanish moss. Man, it doesn't get much cooler than this. Heading over a vehicular monstrosity. This is how as soon as you get away from that major highway, it just gets quieter. Oh, heck yes. There it is. Official coast-to-coast sticker. That is going right on my pannier. Well, that was fun. Got myself a new sticker. I had no idea that one could earn free stickers just from riding across the state of Florida. Like to endure 4 days of strenuous effort, sir? Yes, what's the pay? 1 sticker. Sign me up. Hey, the sun just came out. It's been cloudy all morning, nice and cool. About 66. Hiya. Lots of riders out on a Sunday morning. Here we go. Up another hill. Nice little painted wall tunnel. Pretty scenic. Donut. Wow. This is nice. I hope this is a smooth trail crossing. Better than most. My favorite stretch on the coast to coast. Riding along the water, you got a bike path, you got some trees with Spanish moss. Super scenic. Now I'm on the Van Fleet Trail, heading into the Richloam area of the Withlacoochee State Forest, and looking forward to this route. Here comes my turnoff. Well, let's see if there's any private property signs coming up here. Looks like We can just go right around here to the left. We are back on track. So if the camera is not jostling around too much, I'm going to tell you a little story. Go back to my very first bike tour. I was riding from Easton, Pennsylvania, all the way down to Ocean City, New Jersey, where my family was staying, my wife and 2 daughters. And I had an overnight stop in Bucks County at my folks' house. But then when I went from the Trenton Yardley area to Ocean City, I passed through the Pine Barrens, and it was a very wooded stretch, very much similar to this, with one difference: the dirt track was very sandy. So I ended up pushing my bike through really thick sand for a long time, and then it opened up and rained. I'm glad I trusted my gut, because I got onto this hard-packed macadam with about 3.5 miles of that really rugged dirt grass path. But it looks like I am looping around to my original route. Oh, am I glad I'm on this stretch. I just got out of a about 2-mile stretch of really soft sand. Looks like there are some posts here for a campground. No access to water, so you got to bring all your water in. No camping or overnight parking. Refuge stations are for paid campers only, so don't know if camping is actually allowed or not allowed. I'll tell you what, it is desolate back here. I haven't seen another person for, my gosh, 9 miles now. All right, here's our destination. I know someone at home is going to get this as a gift on Mother's Day. They got a pickle jar. I remember these things from when I used to go to the grocery store when I was a yay big, whatever. And look at this. It's fully functional. I mean, how cool is that? That crackling sound that you hear, I seem to be going over some tree seeds or something like that. Every time I hit one, it just crackles under the wheel. So, I was saying, how do I know this goes all the way to my hotel? Because when I came through here last year, eastbound, I came through here, one, in the dark, but this trail still had the sidewalk closed. They had just poured it maybe a week or two prior, and they hadn't opened it up. But it was dark, it was early morning. We'll keep that between us. Church experience. What is that, like a simulation? Well, look at that. A year ago when I came through here, that was the Burger King. And I got a Whopper, which is pretty much the worst hamburger I have ever had in my life. Am I surprised it's closed down? Nope. All right, here it is. Final stop for the day. Calling it at just after 3. And now I can clean up, rest, relax, recuperate. Got my bed, so that's going to be perfectly good. And then I've got the window seat, which I love, just kind of sitting here and relaxing. Actually, if I remember correctly, this was the same room that I had last time I was here. It's about 7:45, and you get tired pretty early when you're putting some serious miles on. I got in here about 3 o'clock with just under 160 miles for 2 days of riding. My thighs are tired, they're getting sore. I did roll them out with my little muscle roller. But, you know, I'm tired. I am so lucky to be able to ride my bike on these trips and explore new places. And even this trail, though I did it eastbound last year, I'm doing it westbound this year. I'm seeing similar things, but I'm approaching them differently. So as I go past a certain area, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this, or oh, I remember that. So it's a new experience for me. Sleeping very well every single night. I get up and I am refreshed and ready to go. Tomorrow I've got 77 miles with an overnight in this town. I've heard different people pronounce it one of 3 ways: Dunedin, Dunedin, or Dunedin.